Today, now the 4th of February 2021. And please allow me for say happy birthday to me and mama from the great beyond. I know say the obody, they watch down on we. And one person when I be big fan of Sarah Network. Continue for rest well, mama. Today, the fuel price don't go up. And before they go up so, last Thursday, Dr. Hinga Sandi, when the Minister of Trade and Industry, he be updates the general public on the every Thursday press briefing at the Ministry of Information and Communication. And that day, him be just one take in time for help for analyze the price them na market, make me and you know how the price then tandy. So for today, we want for listen to Ram, waiting he been tell we back Thursday, and we want for look at the price increase today, because we all know we country. As long as price increase on fuel, every fabric inside market business get for increase. And what to make am worse today you the increase price, they not pull press release with the fare for transportation. In fact, this one they just appear like na Jackie Chan can say Jin. Before, then you always don't engage, prepare the people them. But this one nothing like that. Or the one for say that reminder where them be give we say the price they don't. And I be talk and say that price they where them be remind we say the price they don't so. It means something say they want for increase the price. From nowhere, they just want for remind we no more say, hey, we never then they all there po, we they don't. But we can look inside that one day. For today, make we check quick what in NACOVAX say. NACOVAX say the labs they analyze 792 test them. 792 test them and the labs them analyze. Out of them 792, 29 turn out for be positive. I think say then 65, then 100 will be the C. I hope we'll not see them again pretty soon. Or never. I not say pretty soon like say I'd expect them for happening tomorrow. Or never. But hey, you know, until we begin to adhere, now we're gonna say the numbers them go down low. But for today, now 29. And then 29 here, 24 now from Western area urban. 3 now from Western area rural. 2 from inbound passengers. Inbound passengers now don't get 140. Inbound passengers don't get 140. Alright, let's continue. Because of the 29 new cases we get, the total confirmed positive cases now in Saloon don't reach 3,728. For the past 24 hours, nobody not lost in life to COVID-19, so we still stand at 79. For the past 24 hours, 20 people now they recover from COVID-19. So because of that, we don't get 2,397 people we don't recover from COVID-19 na salon. The one them were in quarantine na 491. The one that were on discharge na from quarantine na 13,800. Make we check Minor River Union countries them. Today, as I be tell you just now, Sierra Leone 29, Guinea 52, Liberia 1, Ivory Coast 132. That one they give you a total number of 214. Cumulative death: Sierra Leone 79, Guinea 83, Liberia 84, and Ivory Coast 158. That one day give you 404 people them. 404 people them. 9 we all lost now to COVID-19 and the Minor River Union countries them. Now don't forget say COVID-19 still there. Yeah? Now don't forget that. Let we do all we think we get for do for stay alive. So we program proper for today. Before I go make we watch Dr. Hinga Sandy, I will give you, okay, you know what? I think make we just watch waiting Dr. Hinga Sandy being say last Thursday. Then after that, we go call with the fuel price increase for today. Michael Cook say AAA, they no want give any hint so the dealer them no go hoard the gas. Now I make them just come with the increase. Well, Michael, make a shock you. Ask people them we different tongue. Say even yesterday. Because the dealers them thinking always don't know. Yesterday, fuel station them. They barely sell fuel. Because them be don't get the Marconi say that today. So because of that, and we all know say in Sierra Leone, as long as now increase get for take place, then they do on that way, then they hoard them. If now decrease, because they want to sell on the high price. But yesterday in Sierra Leone, most fuel station not being good for sale in the evening. Where then we don't get the Marconi say this morning. Nah, that's what they do yesterday. Okay. The Minister of Trade and Industry not able for explain to we different prices them. And it starts off first for tell we about the petroleum product. Say when COVID be hit, people them not be they use fuel that much. You say, but now people them the demand for fuel don't increase. So because the demand don't the prices then they up at the world market. Yanda a remind we back again say, don't not forget say across the region we neighbor them. Then all price then they up. Except for we own they don't. The president say they don't do extremely well for make them able for keep the price at 7,000. He left there, he talk all that in them. He talk about bread. Say the deal with where they get with flour mill, make flour not short in salon. He say Marconi self be bang and say Guinea, the bread price where they it don't go up. But in salon, the bread price not go up. It's still the usai day. It tell we about agro processing. Usai me and this particular administration will look get an issue. Now we then fasting for destroy the forest. The previous administration we put a ban to timber export. Okay? Then self come, then follow with the ban. Then they look like if I say we want money and we government want money, not team up na the road. Oh. Because if you team up, in fact, you know, buffet government safe. So then lift the ban on the timber export. Then take on, then get into one agreement, paddy. If timber for left na this country, babadi, now you no more if for pass through. But as we dey see right now, as we dey speak, deforestation is way. I don't even know how to put it. People know they think. We reserve them, then they cut to sign to reserve. You go na the provinces, you pass na that Kamakwe end, you go na that Kabala end, you go, then just they cut 50 fata. As if that is not enough. The first thing what the minister they tell we about agro processing, now for tell we say people they don't can show interest for turn timber into furniture. So what we not do? You not do it too. We still need for cut more. You go say Tripoli, what are you saying? Nana business? Then they cut them anyways. So you rather than cut them, send and go China, we then come out China, we can buy them back. So what if they just do an aya? We know the land not to so. We know the land. The one them who don't cut first, almost who don't grow. Usai we get way na vast land for irrigation purposes. Now I make a can always ask say, where is EPA? Where them? Where them? Right now they need to talk. Those people, those business people, yes, they want to make money. Because then they see, say, people then they cut the thick, 50 fata. And they cut and they go. So, myself go show interest. I come and want to, and legally, the government go agree. So they can make furniture factory na ya. Make we cut the thick na ya, we make the chairs then na ya. You go say yes, Tripoli. That one they create employment for we people them. But waiting we they do to Sierra Leone. What do they do to Salone? We they forget not to so. We forget so soon. So soon we don't forget. Then say when you cut one tick, they list you for plants now 2. But with the kind of deforestation we don't do now, we need for plant first. We need for plant first, get the trees them to certain way with them for day. Then we start with furniture factory. We all want furniture factory. We all want furniture factory. But not at the detriment of the country. All right. Okay. We pray say waiting happen na motome. No go happen. Usai mass deforestation they carry out now. We'll expose them. We go show them. They can't alone. We go do the best we able for do. All right. The minister also tell we about, say right now, companies then in a salon where they process with cacao into chocolate. Dear, anybody there with a salon, we don't see salon chocolate. I would love to buy it. I would love to promote it outside Sierra Leone. Yes, they be don't tell we trade. Say people and they will get interest. But the way we talk and just know, like if I say they don't begin. Have they started? Eh? There, if they don't begin, Ura Sabida chocolates day. Help me know. What's in the name? Or na still waiting be then be the talk last and say people and they don't show interest. It talk about the iron ore. That one day, I think we can forget a program on that. Because if today you be joined this same press briefing through the Ministry of Information and Communication, the Mines Minister been did it. He be did it. I believe say most people and see that video they go around where Chai Coco they say in here say they don't export iron ore. Where say there is a ban, nothing not pass through parliament. Well, the Minister of Mines say yes. Say that old company will not be get again business with sweep and iron ore business. Then be left iron ore be still there. Now I make a be the talk na say. I hope so you don't follow we. Say the locomotive then self. They not for be make them people in taker. But the rail there, and the ports there. So this new company, Kinko, I be don't talk anaya. When are they in charge now? Where government say before na be $250,000, but they were where then come they don't make good deal na 2.5 million and then they get with Kinko. The way how Cheiko go talk, I don't think say even that Kinko deal they go na parliament too. And with the way how the Minister of Mines talk today, it's like for say from there na cabinet and cabinet we see cabinet don't talk for thing na in that. And so it look like because he say yes, I will not be there, and it tell we something today way okay sounds good if it's true. He said the company, even though this not go parliament, this now waiting. He say not receive official invitation yet for parliament. I can't wait for make it go parliament. I not say the other side then get for NAC table and then they get for boo and all these things. But this now wait tell we. He said they make a deal because this iron ore now na saloon na getter. Say I can't because this minister talk small about iron ore. I make a candy since we get an update today. He say the iron ore will be there already, ready to be shipped before the contract go bad. We now na salon get am. We Kinko come. He say na Kinko go see and go tell and say, una get iron ore na ya o. He say so. That particular iron ore day, Kinko na Chinese company, okay? Then Fen, another company na China. Inti Saloman uno like for do business with yourself. Lord the land. Then Fen another company na China, we want iron ore. The minister say them program, them vet them properly for sure say Kinko and this other company they not get no business. Say something at the same person, a brother and sister, and then get them, or na the same company we split way one kind way for gain, pan business. And so in say. He say, and the deal where they get there, this company where they come, they can ship all entire go. Where they go sell. The estimation where they do, the iron ore get for cost about $12 million. He say, and this $12 million, the government of Sierra Leone they get 70%. The one who can take him, clean him, he say because some kind of way, because he don't see where he left, he need this, he need that. He say that company they now only 30% then they get. But government of Sierra Leone they get 70%. And this now out of $12 million. He said they not ship all thing too. Now after they don't begin ship and go. He say as compared to Trade, when a only royalty fee of 3% now we they get, you can't compare to 70% where we go get by this particular one. We already now we own. This now we own. Not to for say now the one that in the mine way now the agreement hold a royalty. But this now we own already. Now this side, it not be try for explain, it try for come with that royalty. Even though the royalty, we know they say it waiting himself. No, it's wrong for 3%. Yes, that one they wrong. But it's not the same as this one way now we get them already. The one and they be don't mind them. Now we not be greasing, they not the exporter again because what you do, they not work out the way I would say the contract say for work out with we. So even say if we say they sell at 100%, now we get that. As compared to that one where you say royalty, no. We shall be small. We shall be small. So no can mix with you. But the 70% is good too. But because the 70% is good, if na something way for pass na parliament, you think say enough for good day for us? Because in say they don't sit down with a cabinet and cabinet don't approve. Is cabinet okay? Now ask that question because yesterday I be ask one question. If parliament is above the law, can I ask again? If cabinet supersede parliament? But we got to see how the game they play because parliament they don't ask say for invite them. He said they don't invite it. At one point in the presentation, he say Parliament no. When the reporters they ask him, he say not disrespect Parliament. In do what he get for do. So they wait to make it go Parliament. Let us see how that game they get for play. Okay, we don't come out to iron ore. Now we come to packet water. We government sabi for help for regulate the prices. I like that. So this same energy where governments use say they don't talk to them packet water people here for 3,500. They don't talk to the people them where they make the plastic na salon. So either they talk to the one where they sell the water and the one where they make the plastic for charge them for the liter where then they dirty we country. Who's kind of a scheme we then go use for make them people there go after people them back or pay people and we go can get at them plastic then they. We go the plastic then go can end up back to them. Because them packet water na the number one reason we make salon dirty. Now the number one reason we make salon dirty, that packet water. I glady, they say they be don't go up with me, and Waterloo, the grafting bottle, the 24. Inside 2020, I buy 60,000 leons. Imagine, inside tongue, na 45,000 leons. Na jewelry. Na grafting they safe na 45,000 leons. Me I don't buy 60,000, not to 110, not to 210. Okay? So this one way is say some people then they make a carry and go down the shop now Waterloo they sell 60,000 already. So if in don't say some people they sell 60,000, sometimes that they don't go to now to 80,000. Yes. Because until I can't tongue, I can forget. But after I do that day twice, trust me, I need forget again. Because I get a water fountain. I buy tea, not of how much bottle now I get of that water fountain. So whenever I ready for canton, then go to if they were as empty, then throw inside the trunk. So when they make noise at the tongue, giggling, why canton, I not go forget. For buy and one ten put on day. So that how much that one day save? 20,000. Where it gets more water, pass save that half bottle. But hey, that's alone. Anyway, they say even the grafting water, that's not the bottom now. Then they don't regulate themselves to 45,000. That's what them be the seller. Then they go buy on 40,000 at the factory. Then the one they sell on a treat sell on 45,000. For me, I not collect the one at treat. I prefer I buy na the grafting authorized stores them or na the grafting safe. Because then get a store na grafting day. Because then they left na treat sandcam. I say they burn them day and with the plastic and the water. I not like for buy that one day. So that inside store no more me they buy. Okay. Make you continue. But then say that because then they enforce na I make. Okay? Now the minister want for updates we want for bring we up to speed with essential commodities. What we can buy essential commodities? It say due to the active intervention of a ministry. Now I make price day leka we dey so. And who's born to this so? February. We not for catch with because rest day till September. The rest day now na salon. We, I like other rest not kind inside. We dey eat until September. We not cry rest add up. But the price system, Big Joe, na 258. The butter rice, na 262. The parboiled rice, na 305,000 per bag. You say, well, na India small. No, it gets the one with dear past and the one at the jasmine. The jasmine rice, it dear past the parboiled rice na salon. Tinande for the then 350 something or 360 something, if not 380. The fenfen, 248. The sugar, the half bag. Because not the 50 kilo, this is the 25 kilo, na 194. Cement. It say the cement, the retail price na 67,000. So then one them where they go buy and for sell you, then at 67,000 then they go buy. Whatever now they sell on 75,000, 80,000 because they have to pay transport for it. Because this 67,000 now from cement factory. But not today you they go buy a more. That person they get for transport them from cement factory can in shop. Can in shop. So you get for put the transport on top. Then you get for make profit. If the retailer don't go buy 67,000. So you're not surprised, how much will they buy cement now? Because for right now, cement they between 75 to 80,000. Now day. Okay. He said the Dangote yun they a little bit less, but he not show you the price. The oil, the 20 liter, now 260,000. Now they come back to the petroleum. So until we won't forget. He come back there for make a remind we say the petroleum products is still cost more. Now we never can't get them. But for now, we did good. The last time we then remind we. Na be January 27th. Then say petrol, salo na 7,000, diesel na 7,000, kerosene na 7,000. But Guinea na be 9,180. Liberia na be 7,936. Ivory Coast na be 11,376. Ghana na be 9,156. And Gambia na be 9,133. Okay? So today, the last time we waiting for Nisef, the last time we then give you this particular press release, boku na in the right for explain. But today, they not get that time there. That time for explain? No, they don't have it. They just cut and short for we. Straight to the point and to the matter. They not get that time there. The last time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 paragraphs na then give we. All they explain almost say, then they bad they own they up. We own, they don't. Okay. Today, na so then give them. Public announcement. They say following recent development na the international market of petroleum products, the Petroleum Regulatory Agency, whether under the Ministry of Finance and also inside the Ministry of Trade and Industry and the oil marketing companies, they all long sit down and jointly reviewed the pump prices of petroleum product as at 29th January 2021. The Petroleum Product Agency hereby announced the following pump prices for the month of February 2021. Well, sometimes we match they can't give you that one back. Okay, if then they give you now monthly, not bad though. So sometimes it go change quick. Okay? Petrol, 7,000 per liter to 8,500 per liter. Diesel, the same, 7,000 to 8,500. Kerosene, the same, 7,000 to 8,500. Fuel oil, the same, 7,000 to 8,500. Now this me not understand. Why make the new price? Say everything across the petroleum product now the same. The last time they say now because then they try for make clear the marketers them not take advantage on the people them. That be the reason that they wouldn't give it. Say but when they make them flat, nobody no go they mix. They say the marketers can take advantage of the people them, then go mix kerosene per fuel. Or they mix this pandandi, they mix that, then they mix the products and mix the oil. So because they don't want let the marketers they mix the thing them, they make them make the price them all one. What the price them be one, you not go mix them. You go sell them for what him it be. Now be the reason that one day. So you think say this reason is still all water? For make 30 day across the board. Even kerosene now the same per liter as per petrol. Or you ask say wait about who do they use kerosene anymore? Even the oil per liter. How they do that they safe? Eh? The oil safe. They say because they can mix the oil with diesel. They make the oil back now the same price. Eh? Alright. I hear all man sign. The government and its valued oil operators continue for reform the downstream petroleum sector in a transparent way, including regular monthly review of pump prices based on movement in the Platts and exchange rates. Okay. We don't hear. Say every month now, then go to review. So sometimes I made them be remind we the last time. But if they want for compare price, it's at them begin. Liberia yon still cheapo. So who don't dare now pass Liberia? Because Liberia na 7,936. We now na 8,500. Yeah, me want compare we now to the one that we cheap. Since they want for compare we to the one that we dear. Eh? But some people go say 8,500 na fair price. Oh. Like I said, even I just know. I tell we say, then pull this price without bringing on board the fair price what they can always do when they do this. If you don't they follow, whenever price increase, one time, for make, then we dabaru drivers them. Not take advantage on the poor people them. Eh? What's in they can do? Then they pull the price fare one time, transportation fare, so that they don't go seize advantage. And today, na free tongue, the driver they don't make up their own price. Oh. Now they don't make up their price then. Together with the government, they can for pull their own official price. They never can get go with the driver there. Now so if for be no, it's not supposed to be so. So I'm not saying what's in the driver they do correct. You watch, they talked to the camera yesterday. Magazine to Eastern. Halfway, not when the people and still complain. Say to yesterday. How many times police, drivers union, not say they know they do for cut off this halfway business. But up to now, then they do halfway. Now, then they can increase price and then go still they do the halfway. You know what's in halfway? Where you want to go Waterloo, you get for pay 4 times before they reach Waterloo. Where you want to go Calbaton, you get for pay. Some people now, even for shell comping, can't up gun. They want to make you take and 2 way. Like one time, for police station Waterloo, for Kanjui Junction, the driver want make up a 3 way. I say, okay, from police station to Rokel, he say, no, they go. Well, who side they go? Who side? Salon people. But again, where the law not the bet, people take advantage. That's why. Make we out us friend, make we hear what's in a get for we today. Yes, us friend, you get the platform, sir.
Thank you very much, Pule, for giving me the platform. And thanks to all the listeners and viewers in here. This economic issue is actually a serious issue. Where I hope say they will find a solution. But waiting me see and the minister himself of trade, that he need a lot of support. He actually get the ideas at the CM Panambo. I think say how is he going to be diplomatic in dealing with some of these ideas? He just they tell me the fact more of waiting day na the ground, waiting at the reasons then where this and this don't happen. But all through, I'm not, hearing actually any suggestion where he will show a way through all of this. If you come on the petroleum where it begin first, it should directly see China this where they produce, this where this. But you know, actually tell we the main reasons and which type of time would they be get to these people. So you know that was they try for tell reason now China actually been supply them the finished product of the petroleum. Because in the first place, petroleum, we know it's in a crude oil. Now, when you don't refine, now you begin to sell in half products. But because of not being getting for that company say, we they see that Saloma, where they go bring Nigeria company, they can't help for refine for so not for mine. They'll refine the petroleum, we most likely go cheaper. But the issue here, you know, for CM, because if you see last year, they may put the price down. That was in March. But the reason why last year March in price being down is only because of an economic war where Saudi Arabia been get with Russia. Because Saudi Arabia been the try for see let the price we Russia the production, because Russia, when you look at the production of petroleum, now 5 countries they lead. You get 5 countries and then belong to what they call the OPEC. OPEC, one of the organization of the petroleum exporting countries, the one that they export them. Then get now about 13. A lot of them, Gabon don't join, Nigeria, and so on and so forth. But the idea behind that for let them go control how they go coordinate how policy they go. But inside the again, you get some they waiting come out because of all this Eastern Bloc and Western Bloc fights. But that one day, for cut and short, there was a dispute there where they be there for the production of petroleum go kind on, so they were able to control the price. So because of that dispute between Russia and Saudi Arabia, Russia that they produce the highest, and they number 1. They get Saudi Arabia second. So they say they no go do them. So because of that, one decide for auction the price. So what is Saudi Arabia, they auction the price of petroleum. So now that auction, when they can auction at the market, we make the price of petroleum in count down to that price we see, and so we just don't go up. But that was never told to the people, because we mentioned I want to bring that point about the petroleum price candle. So but that was the reason for us with the price petroleum in candle that time. But what the OPEC don't see, when they meet up just in fact on Wednesday they meet up. Now for that the man last week Thursday he make this meeting. I didn't call a submission where they can get every Thursday the ministry and they can get a submission or so on. But this meeting last week Thursday where they hold on. But before that, they got the one in Tuesday, but the one where they hold on Wednesday, now the Joint Ministerial Monitoring Committee, where they look into the price of the petroleum. Then get back the Joint Technical Committee. But the Joint Technical Committee said the OPEC, and then therefore advising there is going to be a demand of 5.9 million barrels per day per the globe. So they don't foresee them. But again, what are they trying to do? So they're able to meet up this, the oil producing countries, and they try to reduce the production. So that when they reduce the production, because of the demand they really, then they get a way for able for transport, and because they get problem of transporting it and shipping it now because of the crisis. So all those factors in terms of economics, I don't know how that will go with them. They try to cut down the production so they go meet with what barrel then they produce to each country. So looking at this now, there is and where would they try to increase the price, because from it just less than $100 per barrel, the crude oil, but it just don't go up slightly. So all this projection they don't make it affect the market. That's one thing actually. But when you look at certain things, what people can get for this, sometimes look and follow, because if you're not a minister of this, are all the things you get for the track. Before you come up, you can't say if you say wait, like wait and track. Even though changes are occurring in the world markets than a high street market. So the high street market is like the way they produce, and people need their shares then. So all that one really affect. But what I try to say here is the price of petroleum, actually shoot up that too much, but because of the way OPEC the plan for Duam, so now Shell back there one of the company, they self the supply, and then China back behind us. So obviously they have been monitoring all this, so they self would unlikely spike up the price of petroleum. Because China want for sell their own. America back get their own, but they know they sell their own, because then a shale oil that they get from stone, and they fragment and get some other process. But with the Arab country, and then they get them from the crude oil. So, but the idea of the availability of them, now they affect so where the companies they wait now before Shell and other things, and people they buy from Shell, because all the other one the way they sell as salons, so the name they call it, still they can't buy wholesale from Shell and other people. So that they affects the price. And that one day, any people that don't see, the government not see, huh? So they increase the price. So by the time the government will know and go, so yeah, not true, will not get no way out of it again, then it's too late because they don't go give the wrong information. So those are the areas who are facing almost sometimes and therefore track up what they go able. We not blame them the price of the fuel because they're not able to produce fuel now. But the idea is how are they trying to coordinate this and waiting at the plan who they get. Not to the chocolate where they tell about. What about the petroleum? What about the investors then? What about the one day when they say they can't check for that oil holding at the sea? All those kind of things, they bring up hope of reality. Instead of they tell me about chocolate, the chocolate, what did they talk about? Now, small company, let's see the lady, one lady they advertise about like a small company, a trial. So I don't know if that one day in a boss see that is already one, or now the one way they try for introduce with that cocoa man they can help them for saying would they try for bring for a company for can do this so that it will likely more better. What are the suggestion? So I don't know, but the chocolate they make is not in a big market. It's just like a snack what they do in a kind of a trial basis and the coffee. So those are the areas. But when you look at now the area when they talk of price increment of commodities, and then you see how they know they try for say, well, now let we look what get for affect the price in commodity. We get for monitor the policy that will bring inside. Whose policy? The policy that will get for bring come. Now the policy that will no say the import price is there. Now they will get for no say the import price then get for lessen. And when the import prices then get for lessen, in other words, tariffs so they be imports and goods that they come. And then don't say the goods that they can are more from China because they talk about China for petroleum, China for goods. So all those kind of areas. So then get a bilateral trade in some other areas then. Some of the goods are able to produce, and then some of these goods when I know say tomorrow we can produce them. This is the area now when I will begin to keep records. These are things we can get an industry here of clothes, industry of soap making, an industry of some of the minor things that when are basic things, we produce them. But in order of controlling prices, that area they are filthy. Because that demand there for them will reduce the demand for exports. It will be very difficult because when the reduction of the exports there, we are not going able to get something, we are not going able to forget foreign exchange. And then you get an increase of exporters more than they cut back the cost. All those kind of things are implicated there. And then look at now how they deal with the issue of the timber. Well, the timber, in the talk of reforestation, in the talk of preservation, but now there are more of deforestation instead of preservation. But I'm not going to go too much into that. We'll just say something no more. Even this issue of some of them virology disease, they are then basically caused by virus. What if people they try to find out now because of deforestation? So in other words, the animals then will be they far away from where they live in certain areas, then they go deforest their place, then they come closer to we, causing it more susceptible to we for cross diseases. But that now another findings based on the animal area where they control, like when they say bats and they talk about that armadillo or like this virus. They know they say that's caused directly, but they are looking at that and like insects and other things. Apart from even the climate where it change, one of the biggest issue. So all those kind of things, then therefore look into it and say, while they do this, they will get a proper profit. Because there was a company, you have noticed that they do timber, one at Kenema, one somewhere in Makini. In fact, then when they do one, which was very good, then they get the finished product, wherein they get like them when a flat things, they want a timber like pallets, everything, which is like a finished product. Those finished product now, without one window, then they make the window into the wood. All those kind of light ones, they wouldn't be able for pack. But when this issue of the timber come, we and see them monopolize the so-called license, so it gets for paralyzed all those companies and employment been there. So the companies, them some of them don't close. Then some of them they only do the other side of the timber, and some of them get on the verge of liquidation. When I Kenema, McKinney, and all that place. So when they talk about timber doing this, and those are the things that front develop, okay, they go, they do. But because they're not they look to that side, And there is something we're questionable still about timber, apart from even the issue of the climate, the monetary section, we're not even not clear about it yet. So, but all those kind of things, government therefore look into the how they make into deals, the price control, how people then go able for live day by day from waiting you get, you go able for go buy. Then you go get hope and understand it's what common on the street, little penny what there, I will know say tomorrow I will able for double and this way. But if you didn't feel the meager one, say the last one and the pocket, you know, even do for that will sustain the next day, the next way you go do now more of crimes. And the crimes then will come indirectly. Who people and no go aim for go do crime. You go see people and go commit crime. You go see they cannot expect this they go. But not to that one day at the sector. You go say by you go blame the person. But sorry, why you know go fair work? But those are all things we're questionable. You go say, have I got the work or have I got the work where they pay me for? But there is a lot of things we can get for do in terms of controlling prices, how country will price will control, how we will look into that water system, because the people then get for receive the message and then get for understand and they will not get for chase these things, going there to know they're happening. Then we don't even the close on water company, they say let them pull new one day, then get a regulation. What they don't they do? So because of all this closure now, and looking at again how the prices and the money when they chase the price there now, it's the opposite way that the prices and they boku, I mean the goods and they, but the price, the money or the chase are very small. And that kind of inflation, the hyperinflation was very, very dangerous. You see, it start by creeping inflation. Then before you remember now, it's galloping inflation, what are the hyper one. But I only hope they're going to revisit some of these things because they're already done, but there's no way to be done. But they therefore think of how are they going to resolve this if anything like this happen. Thank you very much for giving me the platform.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
You're most welcome, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Make we come with Usman Toli. Make we hear waiting Usman Toli get for we. Yes, Usman Toli, you get the platform, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, Triple A. And thanks to Osfred for in detailed analysis. And also thank all the audience system. We come listen and participate on this program today. To start with, the Ministry of Trade and Industry, a very critical ministry, very, very important to the growth of the country. Very, very important. Triple A today, I watch the president. I don't know if you watch them. They make a presentation of awards.
Yeah, the awards, yeah.
We ministers them. And then they spark a lot of debate. It will surprise you for no say the Minister of Basic and Secondary School Education, Winner David, I think Nanga the best.
Yes.
His name as the best. Then followed by Ura, JJ Safar. And then you get Nakovac and the Ministry of Health and Sanitation. That was a very interesting presentation by His Excellency the President. And I know say that from my own perspective, that's come from my own perspective, I believe to a very large extent. But one thing, Triple A, way I want just make quite clear is that certain ministries then they were vital, very important. And the trade ministry, one of the ministries then that we will not underestimate. Because to a very large extent, like critical ministry for the growth of the economy, and they play a critical role for reduce poverty. In the reduction of, if they really want to reduce poverty in other country, now one of the ministries then where they get for look into. And that, therefore, an important ministry. Yeah? Because it affects the level of income of the people then. Yeah? Decisions the way the ministry, that particular ministry, they take, it affects the level of income, it affects the level of employment in the country. And these are important variables towards the economic growth of the country. Employment, for example, indirectly, it helps with the bread and butter issues. Yeah? In terms of income, directly, Yeah, it affect we the individuals then. So therefore, now one of the ministries that we they're not for joke with at all. And having clearly listened to the minister, uh, Dr. Inga, clearly he tell me about some of the issues that will affect trade. We all know this 2020, 2021, going to 2021, the global pandemic when COVID-19, it affects we whether in one way or the other. So it affect businesses. But however, you go argue, say, also it bring about some changes them, some, some progress in other areas them, it help. Because let's think about it, yeah? COVID-19 for bring about an opportunity for let we engage more in local production. This don't tell we say we cannot rely on other countries them for feed ourselves. We cannot rely on other countries them for trade. We get for they do anything. So you find out say, for don't take this as an opportunity for engage more into local production. For example, agriculture, for be not engaged in other activities then. So that was a clear thing way for the help we for take advantage of this existing situation. However, AAA, I just want to review some of the achievement we make, because they highlight the issues them will surround the trade sector, the EU ministry. Yeah. But I just want to look at some of the achievements them we in talk about. Yeah. Okay. Now let's start with this oil prices. Well, it's important to note that this oil we talk about now a very important component now the economy. Because when the price system of oil go up, petroleum, when the price of petroleum go up, to a very large extent, it affects the cost of living. Very important variable, very important component, this petroleum. Now it makes in other countries then, yeah, then they subsidize. But we do understand, say, where IMF become, then able to convince the current government for remove the subsidy and move on. So, thank God to COVID-19. So the price of fuel it been dropped down at the market. But what am I saying here? Fuel, when petroleum is an important component in the sense that, when the price of fuel go up, obviously it get impact on transportation. And in Sierra Leone, people and they still use generators for run their own businesses, so it is slow down economic activity. It affect the way how people then they go about their own business. It increase risk. For example, you talk in terms of, fuel where they cause problem at hose. You get car riders them where they use less fuel and this, plow about the street of Freetown. So it gets a lot of consequences then where I feel say it's detrimental to the economy. Now, when you listen to the trade minister, for me on very submission, yeah, there are a lot of policies and negotiations. I'm really concerned with that. If they talk about, they bring in a number of policies, they negotiate, yeah? And also policies them, it help for inform you about implementation. It help you for guide you how you go about for implement things them. But with this government, one thing I know for sure, they are very good in policies then. And they talk about policies, and negotiate. We still negotiate. That's it. That is what we're interested in. And they always talk this AAA. What we are more interested in is on the issue that an agreement has been signed, implementation they go on. Listen to them. Yeah, like give an example. We say he talk about then they still they negotiate. For example, you said they negotiate on value addition in iron ore. Iron ore. He said we try for extract iron from ore so that we go to process them and we can continue. It's a good thing. Because one thing for sure, if we're able to process this iron ore in our own country, we know say it creates employment opportunities. It bring about value addition to we own product and we own material them. Instead of exporting into other country, now we able to do we own processing in other country. Where they bring about employment. But it's talking about negotiation. We want to see effective implementation. Yeah. We want to talk about effective implementation. We don't hear about this negotiating or bring about policies. We know how important policies are, that they help for push things further. But that is, what's important now, the end result. Now we want to see. You talk about policy on agro processing in terms of agriculture product, wherein some of the raw materials them were able for convert them into other use. That is again another good one. Yeah. But as I said on AAA, they are very comfortable when they talk about policies and negotiations. But they are very slow in terms of implementation. Yeah. And also, you say a number of companies then currently they try for process cocoa into chocolate. Yeah, cocoa into chocolate. Maybe we don't know if they're at an early stage. I know you asked that question, the AAA. Say you want to see the chocolate way, then they produce in the country. Because clearly it talks a number of companies that already, currently engaged in that production of chocolate. Yeah. Well, we don't deny, maybe then they're at an early stage in the production of this chocolate. But again, if they're able to bring this to reality, I think it's a good one. As I say no more, where we're able to process them here in our country, then raw material into finished product, or into other ways, then it'll bring about employment, they bring additional value. We're able to export in other countries, them, we own finished product, them. So these are some of the good things, them, where I take from me own submission. But whether now a reality is another question. Yeah. You talk about the attraction of foreign direct investment. Yeah. Which is also important. Yeah. Yeah. But it's still they at the negotiating stage. You remember, you talk about the recycling of metal. Yeah. For the recycling here. And recycling, I think, will be an important thing for that country, especially when you talk about dealing with the environment, as they talk in terms of the plastic and other things. Them, it's important when you talk about the environment. Yeah, but again, it just they talk say, and they negotiate on those issues. Yeah, we don't have evidence statement here from the Minister of Agriculture, the former Minister of Agriculture. We talk about putting things in place, talk about negotiating with, but the reality is now result. And yesterday, AAA, you remember, I make a very interesting submission on this very platform in terms of people's perception. Yeah? What people then say. Not ignore what the people and they talk. At the end of the day, all them policies here, all them, actions here they take, they get for the reflect on we the people then. If you not reflect on the citizens then it's insignificant. It's insignificant. Because at the end of the day, they work in the interest of the masses. They work in the interest of the politicians then. Yeah? Especially the poor one them. So some of them policies here, some of their actions here wouldn't they take. The critical question is, do they reflect on the citizens. Then policies there when they talk about. It reflects on the citizens, none of the other thing. As I said no more triple A, the other thing again we talk about, we had already mentioned, is that this is an opportunity. I don't say COVID-19, it don't cause a global problem. I mean, it's a global phenomenon. But I think say it's the higher time. Lord, try to take an opportunity and start be innovative and look at other, other avenues then in order for increase local productivity. This is the time for all for the engage in things like agriculture for we own local production. When they talk about the exchange rate today, some of the factors them will contribute, to this exchange rate. One of them, we know they export much. Many times we don't talk on here. So why we not go take opportunity of this COVID-19 for law we increase with local production? So although COVID-19, we know it don't cause a lot, so many excuses have been used by so many other governments, not only this, I mean, the all over and the user, but also Lord try for Tonam at we own, advantage. At we own advantage. You listen to the minister talk, yeah? He say the global, the COVID-19 pandemic will increase freight prices them, yeah, in terms of container with the common other country now for Canada, we own country previously, they're around $3,500. Now we talk about doubling the price, about $7,000 to $8,000. That is a lot of increase, yeah, 100% increment, yeah. So this is why we emphasize on the issues that we should start thinking of increasing we own export, not only in terms of minerals. I know say you're going to talk about minerals, them where the leader of the opposition being the challenge the parliament, because to them it's all about the minerals. But I think it's important for, I think they know about this, low increase productivity in terms of agriculture. I think it's an important component in terms of economic growth. When you look at we own circumstance, when you look at we own country specific advantage, the advantage that we'll get in that country, more importantly, if we concentrate in the area of agriculture, I think there is a possibility that, with the increased economic growth. Yeah. And also the area again where you mentioned about is the area outside for create the enabling environment. It make a salient point on that. Yeah. But it's all about policies. Again, policies, politics. Yeah. You say the government, they try to create policy system in order for create the enabling environment so that business system will thrive. Yeah, business system will thrive. But the question is, AAA, we all know what's in the happen in our country in terms of creating an enabling environment, the tax system, business registration, and all these things. Yeah. Then therefore review these things and then try to create the enabling environment so that private businesses then they thrive, because we all know that the government, as you see now, then they get pressure from they get industrial strikes now. They're asking for pay rise. Yeah, all they ask for pay rise. With a private, investor, where they employ people, they're not getting too much pressure than they. Teachers, lecturers, and they ask for 100% increment, because it looks like the government, don't champion the issue of employment. Yeah. I think for a government with a good sense of direction, then for continue, for ensure, say, then create that enabling environment there so that then go attract private investment. Because now there, the jobs then they come out. Now, there is sustainable jobs in the come out. So I will stop here. Let me give chance to other panelists and other callers. And thank you very much, Triple A. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you very much, Usman Toli. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Now, Okada they can boku na tigit with boku accidents relating to rushing people back and forth. I think now one of the reasons and the way even the Okada man themselves have been talk where Dr. Bigogi that presentation to them about the nap hits, the traumatic brain injury. But then say yes, some man can they rush up and down and can cause accidents. We hope not. Yeah? Yes, caller, you there live on here? Your name and also the call from, please.
I'm in Kuruma. I call from the United States.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, I see you will ask if waiting maybe to make the key items, flat rates. Of course, AAA, that may own the 100% right on that. They sooner than try for reduce any one of the items and they mix them. That may own, I'll make you take that stage on a reality. A fact. So better than they make them flat rate. The gas in pricing go up. Money on AAA and nothing they get control over and it just can't happen. So maybe they don't get enough notice. But to be honest with you, you will say whatever you get for sale on this regime. But we all be impressed. When gas price go down and the and for we. I tell you, we'll be the prison. Well, then 3 countries and so one can almost always a bit in complaint. If Liberia they look less, maybe we can assign this, for low with smoke from their low say profits more. I doubt if it will be ever possible, for me to all get flat rates. Of course, we all know say, smuggling a common between 3 countries. Any side and see, this now the advantage, in the smuggle. And so far, we know America is a mighty nation for securing border. Donald Trump, he try, but nothing ever like conquer 100%. Let alone poor country like Salon or Liberia or Guinea. And I'm here for say thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you very much, Koma. Okay. Bobby Brown say, he say this price, he get for end up back pan the poor people them. Because no government official, not they buy petrol or diesel. Say may God help we nation with this government. That one day, that other side the way he talks so Bobby Brown, no. Me I no greaser. Let me play the song now just now we say we go kendele but we no go dry. We go kenkeni, we go cry. But what's not the reason? Because we na bobo pain, we na resilient people. Make we not reach to that side way people for begin eat smart and man, not at all, not in Sierra Leone. Even though there is a conspiracy theory or an alleged theory where they go on right now about cannibalism or whatnot, please. No, let not reach that side they do. Yes, call ID live on here. You name and side call from, please.
Thank you, this is Alaji, call from Maryland.
Yes, Alaji, 3 minutes, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Triple this price, just like our own Mr. Kuma talk, not just phenomenon salon, it affects everywhere. Even right now, so we're getting big move for in America right now. Fair now 245, 250 something, in the different side. But salon, what you make more of a film because you don't get ordinary people that will go ordinary to go offline for pay certain amount of money for bringing a load car. Now the inter provinces don't close. So and now the petrol can go up. So which are the mean? Now the go pay double or even triple what they pay for going food car. Then which are they lead down to the ordinary people that would not say I get 10,000 to go cook pepper soup or go cook the rest like my pepper. We go meet in pepper price don't double. So it therefore affect the poor people more than the rich people. I mean, I'm going to say rich people than the politicians. Because most of the people in which are the country are politicians. So we just feel the brunt. I mean, like even the last time when the for release the price, I've been doing a salon last year when the for release the price. What did them guys they do? They close all the gas station there. I mean, I was trying to go the American embassy. I've been almost run out of gas. I'm going to try I'm able 1 liter. I don't know, I tell about like the 1 gallon price, not buy some 1 liter. 1 gallon price because they keep out, the people that want black markets, Then finally, on the top of the selling, but it's the way it affects the poor people when it has from A and B together, it's very alarming. It's alarming. I mean, even the SSC, we petrol not there, selling they put coffee. You see people in the use all the prices are up. Then I can say right now, they just raise the petrol up. So what I want to get for say is, like I already said in the try, let the people let me tell you on job, let me pray, let this COVID done. Which how will they do for the COVID done? That's your therefore adhere to the mask. Because if you look and say the more the cases the more they get, the only thing when they talk to interrelate to everything. Each one interrelates to itself because if people the more the cases they will come, the more they lock down, they lock the interdistrict them, the more everything is expensive. If the cases come down, we say they enjoy all the good that Sierra Leone, when they get better problem. Even like a one girl with someone they drive, so most of them get an SUV, they don't care what they drive, they drink a lot of gas because then other most of them they can buy 1 liter, they move from point A to point B for like a certain time, If sometimes they also will tell you, but I just don't go and say they start to have a So, waiting on me, I add back to this, then we just pray. Let this COVID on because this COVID they really bring all this stuff right now that they want. How will they do that? We as Sierra Leone adhere to the rules and regulation because recently now this is the case in the council because from the last time they say 146, 165, the council I think they have 29 or stuff like that. So in the council, if the people adhere to that, we get a lower case, then maybe the rest of the world, like all this they try for getting rid of the pandemic right now, we shut them. Hopefully, if all together, we will get a lower prices of fuel, and we will get only for clean flights for going on the country them. And I think people don't only get for sale because I don't got to talk everything. Other people get for talk about the more if we adhere to this COVID regulation, the more we get, we move it and we move it a little high, and we don't get too much restriction. So move from point A to point B for more markets then we will make the poor people able to eat in 10,000 euros, enjoy and then just go back and get on 10,000 euros London. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Alaji.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah. Alaji, I don't know, but you answer like say face mask was involved. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and the side you call from, please.
Oh, AAA, thank you very much. This is now Omar, the call from Los Angeles, California.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
I think we make too much out of nothing. Fuel business, not a tricky business. Fuel expensive. Now, California, right now, just day before yesterday, I got a U-Haul truck where I go rent for put things in a shipyard because I know I can go with half tank shorting. I'm going to try for go by, I think that 2 gallon half this I use. Because we get them by 3 tier. We get 87, we get 89, and we get 91. The 87, when are the cheapest one? Na $4 right now in California. Na $4.
Una big size. Una big size. It depends who side we
Nah, bring that talk to come for me. Now the same thing. That Chris Mao de Philadelphia, the talk say we're too expensive now. If I say for the country na California, but what are they trying to talk say? I mean, Fuel expensive Tripoli. People me don't
No,
buy
I
fuel.
understand,
Like,
but what I'm saying, I understand say fuel expensive. And they say now because of the international price and we say now the states with the same, but that on a price
right.
day, my brother, on do on your own because different states and get different price. Una na the big side,
Yes,
continue no more.
you absolutely right. Yeah, the lowest one, one at the 87, it go now almost $4.50. Where some state then get them for still $2 something. I buy then this year because the 91 year winner the high tier. If you say they put them for any motor car winner V8, you put almost $50. I get a BMW X6. They always put $70 in it. They even last me because I did drive 19 miles each way from work. In it, they even last me 1 week. Well, I put $50, $70 because the $70 it passed me to a little bit. So what are they saying now is that law we left for the say all this all the time say the people then they suffer. Yes, no question. But the people themselves they do things then we no rights to themselves. People you go believe say during when they get locked down, when nothing no go up, the government no raise price, fuel price no shortage, nothing no day. Driver then they raise price up. When then they get shut down, you just don't talk say we get enough rest for it stay September. If any something happen right now in Africa where people in the run cruise or anything, you see your rest price to
No,
go
something
back
no
up.
need for happen, Seth. Even that time for that lockdown,
Right.
where
Yes.
the curfew begin. Something not even need for happen way big.
Thank
They,
you.
they did the
We're
same
not
thing.
blame government all the time. We self-serve. We don't talk this now time without numbers. So we Sierra Leoneans them we not like we serve. But people that they always want to cut the government. No, you feel say the government go out from a cottage hospital, a kind of gas street, all the way to Eastern Police. They go inside every store. Which they're supposed to do. Sometimes they do them. During checking time, they get people to go check for prices. But what are they try for talk now? Sierra Leoneans, when you come, Africa, we thought religion now past everything, but we corrupt and wicked past any other continent. We bad. You they meet people and they pray, then they pray, then they pray. If they don't dance down a church, if they don't dance down a mosque, but when they come for wicked themselves, now that country they're bad, they're wicked, they don't feel sorry for each other. I mean, that put the day. You're right. Back then when we grew up, you they take pura because we go Muslim Congress. We and the high school burden. We they take pura that sort of because now the boss turn around with it. That pura they bring you all the way to PZ. Now you don't even increase. Because pura they take in acquisition company, you know they even reach in a block road, let alone Eastern Police. But even if the price of the gas not go up, so what would they try for talk now? Yes, the government got a lot of things to do because then people they don't know what and they talk about something because just like we Usman said they don't talk. Then people they always look them boku talk there. You mean say all the what the Minister of Trade talk? If not true, Salongo begins here moonshine next year. For say we self they begin extract we own iron now. For say we self now they begin the we then call the metal. For say we self they begin the then things and the water man line up. If them go through, I go tell you say Sierra Leone money it go down by almost 50%. Instead of now they get $100 to 1 million. Because then they need to give me foreign exchange. But now talk to the people that they talk. How many things that we might have built don't commission? We're not a single one that don't open. Because that thing that we don't open, I think that will be done on the pipeline during the micromine time from that building, city council building, that hospital, Kiyama Road. Most of them things and they we in the commission now during micromine time. All the things that we in don't commission, not a single one of the two that don't open.
Before you go,
Because
Umar, before you go, okay. Let's just use this halfway, This halfway. We don't follow the halfway. If you watch the talk to the camera, you go see even this last one yesterday.
yes,
You
sir.
know, we keep doing that. I know say Salon Police and Drivers Union, they go don't try with Sierra Network say, well, we're not fasting this one green thing all the time. But you know why? Because Now then self king grab, then talk say they don't put measures there in place for make driver they not take halfway. In every society, they get people away lawless. But you get laws them, you get law enforcers them, where na dande then they for so that possible one misbehave, then put an in place say you want take halfway, okay, this you punish them. But in Sierra Leone, you know they work. You know they work. So even after we come in, we go back to them say, now una be say, what happen? What una they do again? Waiting they go on this, waiting the people and say. I not say them go don't tell about me keep doing that because we do this not something where they don't say then they do, they don't put police then a treat that for 1 week, it done. Salon law, you know the tea. It don't done.
No.
So that's where the government and the institution then they get the blame because they need for team up and make waiting the people and they do not correct. And I make a government for put them in their place.
Yes. You absolutely right. Laughing the shop Tripoli. You absolutely right. But then they do I've been in Africa 2019 where they opened that bridge, that Longley bridge. We've been to draw that long traffic. That week they wouldn't finish that bridge they Tripoli. 9 that Monday, the president put Army Monday under. Me na by mid camp by emergency hospital na there be lodge. It be they take me almost 3 hours from that long turntable for going to Michigan. After we they hoping that bridge with a commission, we don't put Army man there under. Believe me, if they take me 5 minutes from Michigan all the way to that turntable because they get one Red Lion bakery they waiting by that Longley police station when they have to go with them because then get wheat bread. They get Red Lion bakery they study the why they go buy Red Lion bread. And the commodity all the way go back to Michigan. It will take you 5 minutes. Now they have now saying that the traffic now I don't want because what happened, just like what they say. The people and they put laws will not get even during checking time, now so that they will not able to get, I don't talk this before. People and they say we're not able to get a president or a government, we get this country to heart. We're not a real soil of the nation. Because the thing is, they need to care about rule, then they care about politics, then they care about win the next election. So then the friends say, and as my commercials have been doing today, he wait then talks let them clear Kisi Street, what then they call Abacha. When in the city council mayor, when I be APC mayor, when the guy begin do that, what did they do? They hear a I somebody said no, they want to vote for me, no can pull them come on. Not touch them, not touch Abacha. So now the thing is, the lay officer, them when the police, then they do the whole government, they need to put law and follow. If the head of the ACC don't go, it go put teacher then even if what he do bad, you not get that right for come and call the man out. So now the hell say ACC, then say now then the pick. Then the pick who side them no say, now they the left leg. Nobody need to do anything in that country, my brother. We not get that percentage. We not get up. The rules then, like what they say. First time, people then they go now then cookery shop, then they go look if it dirty inside, if it not dirty, then they put them in and they just like what you get now. Then they give price A for cleanness and this. It not they happen again. We not get nobody who they follow nothing, my brother. Let God help. Because that make me last 2019, what been in Africa, gas been done. And then they come out. From Musa at the deal to Musa Lodge, it not far that much. Or maybe we all need to begin bring diesel motor car in Africa. Because everybody now tell you, hey, before you bring gas, bring diesel. Because diesel in they run out. Now the gas number 9, they go up and down. But we're not able to get that government or that particular individual head of state for all the other who don't rule this country na me own lifetime. We get that country there into heart, we implement something and enforce them and say, I don't care whether the people in Leka or not, as long as not for the good of we all. Because when you put certain law, they're not to Elvanga for Leka, but as long as not for the good of the nation, follow your heart, stick with them, no worry about second term. No, because na mara be deeper. Na ya nesko must be deeper. Because Shaka Stephen, he not be the worry about second time because every day na no more be did it. Well, let God help you, my brother. I'll continue for listening.
All right, thank you very much.
Next month, by God power, we'll see you in a freedom.
Yes, by God power. By God power. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's just come now to this one where we just finished to me Umar about the government of Sierra Leone and their responsibilities. Even at us, you get picking we not go and follow the rules. Not so. Picking don't not go and follow the rules. But I make you get papa, I make you get mama. For able for say, as long as na me the parent na this house, you go abide by the rules. But in Sierra Leone, I say I come back to the halfway. I come back to the halfway. Salon police pull press release. You know what thing? How many press releases? Salon police pull press release all for December. And pull press release all. We not see how December end up. We not the corona figures there now. So the press release all water. Then pull press release, then put police in our streets. Say any driver would catch for halfway. And the saddest thing is, even right now as we speak, outside the drivers then they empty them halfway people them. Police then can did it. Police then they did it. Yes, we blame the drivers them, but again, we blame the government. Okay, right now. And when we say government, there is an institution waiting under the government. Okay, right now. They don't pull today. They pull price for fuel. I not see it, so I don't know if you don't see it. The transport fare. Spreadsheet where they can pull. They don't pull, huh? I not see it. So what do you expect? The drivers then today, then we get a field day. All mangy price. And if you say they are free stop, now the more self it say fuel long go up. We safe. Now we the wicked we safe. Now we they choose. Now we they vote for bad politicians them. Now we they now all this self. Now who self they do we safe back. Now we safe they do we safe inside salon. Now we they label everything. But it takes one person for come and say, me, I ready for change the trajectory of we nation. One person I take. And trust me, will not get that person there yet. You ask me how I know? I beg, not choke me. I beg, not choke me, ask me how I know. Will not get a hit. All the one they kind of say that they try. Or tire with trial version. Tire with trial version. You try first time, second time, all they try. The pardon try. Good luck with that. Alaji Selassie, he saying try for call the Salon Embassy in regards for say he don't already take the full vaccine, the 1 and the 2. But why for still take the PCR test? Alaji, Salon Embassy has nothing about that too. Nakovac, I don't tell you now. Unfortunately, nobody no answer. You go try back tomorrow. Which is fine. But guess what? Nakovac say the vaccine not to 100%. So that 0.5% will left. If not 3% now, 4% or 5% will left. Now it make you get for take the test. Mais quelque chose c'est triple. Look with people them. Technically, if you watch, fine. They not look at choice, yeah? See, because what they do? They either take APC or they take SLPP. And then two, not the same. They will tell you they're not to the same. They're not to the same. Oh, Alaji Selassie in call. Salon Embassy cannot. The airline a beaucoup talk then depa. The airline tell Alaji say na Salon Embassy need for make amends. No. Salon Embassy no get no amends for make because NACOVAC, Sierra Leone government inside Salon, and then pass their law say before you go Salon, you need for do am. When NACOVAC be ready for take and not to Salon Embassy campus press release. No. That money dey. If na the one now na the state if na the one now na Salon you have to pay it, sir. This one just make wait to get for payroll they go don't go higher. It don't go. Okay. So that if na balance you want balance, huh? For Salon Union, we dey $80. And we provide you the service. Then we take your passports na your hand. After 2 days, you go take them back on the long line. But now the love we'll get for Salon. Okay. Maybe by tomorrow, then go pull the transport fare. Then maybe pull them. I don't know. Would I go help them? You know what? Okay, let me give you this. I know say Freetown City Council and they now this urban migration and all those things. I can't wait for make this transport migration or all the things that they talk make it come to pass. Drivers Union, you know what they say? Then they beg government, make government can boss them. They say they know say we government can boss them, they pack and boku na ticket. Then put that they take halfway, then go left. So in turn, waiting drivers union they try to tell you. Waiting, then they try to tell you, drivers union. Okay. Because they say the wale government can boku boss them at home. So all the drivers them put that drivers them. The one they with them where they take halfway. So that then go left for take halfway. Michael Cook don't put onto Alaji's last street. They not go allow you for enter plane. For go Salon without a negative test. And when you reach there, you have that $80. It pay. Michael Cook say with that answer the way the drivers union give means say the drivers union not able for control the members there. They've kept the access with where the roads them for all the Boku bus there where they talk about. Then we just stuck in a traffic. And then McDavis they ask if then they accept Salon passports. Yes, they do. Even with Sister Naya, with chef in the house, Renata Mankapo, and Salon passport he get it. So then they accept the Salon passport. Now what you get it? And they palava no dey. We'll get for test the system very soon, not too far. And see how it work. Also, I think na Alaji first they go. Hope say Alaji will reach the no lost power now. Alaji go reach the woman self go reach the because I'm not then gonna know the local airport there. Hey no. Tell God thank you the numbers they don't begin go down. Okay? So we want them. Anyway, so we go lock here for today. And tomorrow, we will come with the good old days. Think we need them. You not think so? Alright, this last thing go update we having passed at the airport. Yes, Michael Cook has said both Salone and I think most of we safe na so they work out. Most of we na so they work out. Pass. We don't know sabi work out. I know sabi work out well. Left to her. Not all, not too foot to the take waka. Also, you know what a book, you get what a book. Now the foot and the one in the. Yeah, the good old days, good day. And we will get to a fun time. I always look forward to Friday programs. It can always be one of the best programs there. Hey, tomorrow I'll get for you again. You want to go for cancer? We say this. Now the deep one. Ever can tell Triple say, Triple na the deep one you play so. This na the deep one. We get for you again I had tomorrow. Me I not call name. That person not say just now. And they me they talk about. But are you ready? Till we meet again tomorrow. Triple say, Tata.